telling you I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you right now, that back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to. Bye.
This is a new video made by another passenger who was on the flight the woman on the plane was on, who became distraught when she realized she was supposedly sitting next to a shapeshifter.
Hey, stop the fucking plane. Stop the plane! What's going on? Stop it. Stop it. I need to get the fuck off this plane. A volunteer. Can I get a volunteer to sit in the aisle? Here, fucking see you after this. See what happens. See what happens after this. See what happens. Where's your bag? Your bag's all over. See what the fuck happens after this. I don't even give a fuck about my shit.
License verified to front door, standby protocol.
After this new footage of the woman on the plane who claims to have seen a shapeshifter, some people close to the woman claimed that the passenger sitting next to her blinked her eyes differently. The people heard claim that that person blinked in a manner similar to what we are showing in this video. Then the passenger realized the anomaly, got desperate, and decided to leave the flight before it took off.
Breaking news, the quote, crazy plane lady has been seen flying again after her viral video. Take a look.
I gotta ask you, how does it feel to be traveling again?
Great.
You know, in the airport again after what you went through?
A little bit of anxiety, but it's been good. Yeah.
Are you doing anything differently, like, you know, when you're getting ready to travel, or when you're, was there any new techniques you used?
No.
No?
No.
And a lot of people are curious what exactly you saw, because you know, you alluded to what you saw, but like we just want to know, like, you know, what did you see?
I mean, thanks for asking that, but I have been told I cannot comment on it right now.
I see.
I'm sorry.
Are you going to, like, you know, have a full kind of interview somewhere, or like, what's going on? What's the deal? What's the plan on?
The rate it's going, I feel like it's gonna have to happen.
Yeah.
So yes, there's some things in the works, mostly nonprofit charity stuff. But I've been trying to like lay low for the most part, but reporters wouldn't let that happen. So
yeah. Well,
like I was somewhat strong-armed into speaking, and now here we are.
Well, I do want to know, like, I mean, you won't say to me what you saw right now.
Yeah.
You can't.
All right, just got her too.
Yeah.
Well, but what about, like, what was the reason that you wanted to get off so bad?
Again, can't speak on that right now, but
Understood.
I was distressed and I was getting off the plane no matter what. I just probably didn't need to make the scene that I made.
Right.
But I was getting off that plane, for sure.
Right, and you stand by that, like,
100%,
even now?
100%.
I'll keep you guys updated. What do you think? Drop in the comments.
Woman freaked out on an American Airlines flight over the weekend, and since we now live in a culture that encourages people to film people in distress rather than to help them, the poor lady has gone viral.
Say whatever you want. I'm telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
So what happened? Was the woman having a psychotic break? Did she have a few too many drinks at the airport bar? Was her seatmate not real? I don't know. What did she see? She probably saw something. She's clearly afraid of something, because I recognize that there is spiritual warfare in the world. I thought, I don't know, maybe she saw something. And then there was a follow-up video, and the guy turns out to be a face-tattooed Freemason who called himself Lucifer.
All right, so the internet has heard the story of the woman on the plane with the reptilians. But thanks to her delaying the flight, I just got home, so now it's my opportunity to tell my side of the story as the guy in the hoodie. So we're attempting to fly out of Dallas, Fort Worth, and then basically this woman, she sits next to me and she's clearly been drinking. I'm minding my own business, and sure enough, she sees my hoodie.
I'm just minding my own business. Face tattoo syndrome. Someone tattoos their whole face. They make a huge spectacle of themselves in a way that is really spooky and grotesque. And then they just wait for you to notice it. And then they get angry when you notice it. See, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? Oh, I don't know. The attention you demanded. That's what I'm offering you, because you've tattooed your face in a way that is menacing and spooky, and you've got all these occult symbols all over you. And then you get angry at me for noticing the thing that you were begging me to notice.
And on top of that, she noticed my ring, so she started to ask questions. Nothing dramatic, just asked me, do I know what these symbols mean? Why am I wearing it? What's the purpose? Yada, yada, yada. And long story short, I basically just say, hey, I'm a Freemason. I even briefly explained how I educate about Freemasonry here on TikTok. Next thing I know, she basically starts to grill me about low-level Freemason and that it's all Satanism and that it's ruled by reptilians and blah, blah, blah. So I simply put my hood up and I started to ignore her and basically just mind my own business. She starts getting louder and louder, and then basically she's like, you know that they worship Lucifer at the top, right? So I looked at her dead in her eyes and I said, I am Lucifer. I heard one individual laugh behind me, so I figured somebody got a kick out of it at least. She starts running up and down the aisles, freaking out, saying I'm a reptilian, and then all this other stuff, she's gonna get off the plane, yada, yada, yada. It doesn't show all the footage, it just says that she's trying to get off the plane because of, you know, I'm not gonna say it here on TikTok, I don't wanna get banned, but then also talking about how, like, I'm secretly also trying to take over the world. So I looked back at the guy that was basically chuckling before, and I winked at him. So I basically whispered something under my breath saying that, Freemasons don't care to rule the world, we rule the universe. And I looked back at the guy that was laughing before and just kind of winked at him because he started laughing again. Well, I didn't think that she could hear me, but evidently she did, and it
It's a big joke, ha ha ha.
Further, and then they delayed
Wink,
the
wink.
flight, and so on and so forth. So, moral of the story: don't believe everything you hear on the internet. And Freemasons don't care to rule the world when we rule the universe.
That mother back there is not real.
And
he looked back at her and said, "I am going to take this whole plane down."
We learn a new detail about the person who sat next to the woman on the plane who went viral.
She did not disappear. She was going on a cruise, which would explain the disappearance.
A woman who claims to be a friend of hers says this.
Not drinking, not drunk. The guy sitting next to her, something was misplaced. She looked at him and he looked back at her and said, "I am going to take this whole plane down."
One of her family members commented under this creator's TikTok.
She basically said that her cousin is physically home and okay. Mentally, she is traumatized and not okay. She wanted everybody in the thread to know her cousin does not drink and she does not take medication. She also wanted everybody to know that she is not a racist and that there was not a black man involved. You just wait for her to come out when she's ready and give her that space to do that.
Most importantly, it's good to know that she's home and physically safe.
This is the man that was sitting next to the woman on the plane, and I'm going to show you guys the footage from the body cams of the police officers when they talked to him.
Yeah, she just pushing me like, you are the part of the, I don't know who's talking to in the phone. Okay. So I was just sitting right here, and she just coming to me.
Did she say anything before that to you? No?
No.
And you didn't say anything to her?
No.
Are you okay? You hurt?
Yeah. No, I'm okay.
You sure?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I held my flight, so it's just going to be like 20 minutes. Okay. So that assault mean, what does that mean?
Assault? It means to attack, to fight somebody, to push them, or to bring some kind of harm, bodily injury.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. No, she just
You don't want to do anything about it?
It's okay.
Okay. All right.
I'm okay.
Do you mind if I get your information real quick?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Everyone's been talking about this woman who claimed that she saw something non-human on her flight from Dallas to Orlando. And people are being brutal, guys. Like, they're calling her a drunk, saying she's crazy. But in my opinion, she doesn't seem that crazy. She's clearly freaked out, yes, but I wouldn't say she's crazy. Take a look.
I'm getting the f*** off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the f*** off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two f***, but I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
Alright, so I'm a big body language person, so when I took a look at this video, I noticed a couple things that kind of stuck out to me. First of all, do you notice how her eyes are literally watering? Like, she's so freaked out, it looks like she's about to cry. And she does not once look away from the supposed being that she saw. You think if she was drunk, she'd kind of be looking around or, acting a little bit delirious or sloppy, but she is alert, her eyes are wide open, and she is freaking out. I also noticed that when she was pointing the guy out, she was so scared that her voice cracked. I'm not a body language expert or anything, but even from watching scary movies, you always know that a person is freaking out when their voice cracks, they're breathing heavy, and their eyes are wide and alert. And she was showing signs of all three things. I know everybody's calling her crazy and saying that she was drinking and she's off her meds, but I mean, put yourself in her shoes. Nobody will ever be able to for sure say whether she saw something, whether she didn't, or what the case really was. But I just had to come on here and kind of defend her a little bit because, man, you guys are being rough on her, and honestly, I don't think she's as crazy as people are making it seem. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to follow my page. I'm kind of trying to grow my following right now, so I would really greatly appreciate it if you would make sure to go and follow and share this with a friend if you found it interesting. I have another video coming up later tonight. Make sure to keep an eye out for that. And if you guys see anything else on the story or anything else develop, please make sure to send it to me either on Messenger or in the comments, because I want to know what went on here and I want to get to the bottom of it. So make sure to send me those comments, and I will see you guys later tonight.
What did you see?
I was getting off that plane, for sure.
But I am telling you
The plane lady. What did she see and why did she get off the plane?
Like, what was the reason that you wanted to get off so bad? I gotta ask you, how does it feel to be traveling again after what you went through?
A little bit of anxiety.
That mother back there is not real.
The flight that captivated the world.
A lot of people are curious what exactly you saw, because you know, you alluded to what you saw, but like we just want to know, like, you know what?
Yeah. The internet went crazy with speculations.
What did you see?
I mean, thanks for asking that, but I have been told I cannot comment on it right now.
I see.
I'm sorry.
Are you going to, like, you know, have a full kind of interview somewhere, or like what's going on? What's the deal? What's the plan
rate
on?
It's going. I feel like it's gonna have to happen.
Yeah.
So yes, there's some things in the works, mostly nonprofit charity stuff. But I've been trying to like lay low for the most part, but reporters wouldn't let that happen. So
yeah. Well,
like I was somewhat strong-armed in just speaking, and now here we are.
Well, I do want to know, like, I mean, you won't say to me what you saw right now.
Yeah.
You can't. Oh, right, just got her too. Yeah. Well, but what about, like, what was the reason that you wanted to get off so bad?
Again, can't speak on that right now, but I was distressed and I was getting off the plane no matter what. I just probably didn't need to make the scene that I made.
Right.
But I was getting off that plane, for sure.
Right, and you stand by that, like, 100%, even now?
100%.
I am telling you.
The woman on the plane.
We gotta escort you out.
Do not let that flight leave. We're gonna have to decline. That flight's not gonna make it. That mother back there is not real.
She speaks for the first time.
Hi everyone, it's me, Tiffany Gomez.
Flight 1009 and the woman who went viral.
I don't care if I'm ever fly with y'all ever again.
We are getting reports that there is a skinwalk.
He looked back at her and said, I am going to take this whole plane down.
What happened? And what did she see?
I want to know what happens to this flight right here.
Great.
I don't ever want to fly with you ever again.
Probably better known as the crazy plane lady, which is completely warranted.
Where's your suitcase?
You ready?
It's on that flight.
If you don't leave, you'll be under arrest for criminal trespass. This is your warning right here.
As you know, I have been unwilling to speak on the viral video, but I do finally feel that it's time.
You're leaving, right?
Am I leaving? What are you talking about?
Ma'am, if you don't leave right now, you could be under arrest for criminal trespass.
Do not let that flight leave. Being dead serious. Do not let that flight leave.
Want to take full accountability for my actions. They were completely unacceptable.
You ready? Let's go. Come on.
That flight's not going to make it to Orlando.
Let's go.
I'm going to. I'm not making it to Orlando.
Well, it has been really comical for everyone, and I have highly enjoyed so many of the memes. On the flip side, it is very invasive and unkind.
100% that flight also is not making it to Orlando. Can I just leave? You'll need to escort me out.
Yeah. You had your own warning. So, keep walking.
Oh yeah, until y'all see that flight blow up.
I hope that I can use this experience and do a little bit of good in the world, and that is what I intend to do. I hope that you guys can accept my apology and I can begin to move on with my life.
The viral video affected her life negatively, but through this, she's decided to make something good of it by creating a website to help stand against cyberbullying. A captivating video that intrigued the whole world now has a positive outcome.